Lots of big news and rumors continue to surround the Bloodline, so we'll break everything down there. We'll also check out what's going on with Randy Orton, The New Day, and much more. Starting things off with Gunther's explosive first World Heavyweight title defense. Gunther came out to deliver his first words as World Champion. He promised a historic title reign that would surpass even his recent Intercontinental title reign. It wasn't long into his promo that Gunther was surprisingly interrupted by Smackdown's Randy Orton. Randy Orton brought up their last meeting during the King of the Ring finals. That ended in major controversy since Orton's shoulders were not down on the mat for the 3 count. Orton challenged Gunther to a world title match at Bash in Berlin because of that screwy finish during their last meeting with each other. Gunther admitted that their last way their match ended together was leaving a stain on his recent run, so he accepted Randy Orton's proposal in order for him to rightfully beat Randy Orton this time around. So we get to see another match between Randy Orton and Gunther following their first meeting from King of the Ring. And it should be an easy win for Gunther, where he does pick up the win over Randy Orton this time around. Some fans have issues with this matchup because of how it just ignores the 2024 WWE draft results. It's a minor pet peeve for some fans, but Gunther is a Raw superstar, and Randy Orton is a Smackdown superstar. They spent a lot of time ever since the WWE draft season talking about brand supremacy and how general managers go crazy trying to build their exclusive rosters of talent. But just a few months after the draft, superstars are crossing over to rival brands without much reasoning, and it makes you question the WWE draft as a whole. It's pretty much equivalent to a situation like a Los Angeles Laker deciding to throw on a Boston Celtics jersey and just go play with that rival team for the week. That would be a pretty strange one because aren't you on another team? What are you doing, randomly playing for a team that's supposed to be your rival and enemy? That's what it feels like when a WWE draft takes place. Everyone is assigned to a team, but then crossovers just happen non-stop. So that's a situation that does bother some fans and gets under their skin, while other fans don't really mind it and are open to brand crossovers. Some fans are wondering if Randy's Raw arrival could be explained in terms of a WWE trade. Some fans think that maybe WWE would love to bring over the WWE title to Raw ahead of the big Netflix debut. So what if they're swapping Gunther and Cody Rhodes in between brands? Randy Orton and Gunther continue their feud on Smackdown, while Cody Rhodes comes over to Raw with the WWE title. And maybe that does make sense as well. But for fans that get triggered by the WWE draft results being ignored, it looks like it's going to be a long next few weeks for you because WWE obviously has to keep building this storyline between Randy Orton and Gunther. So it's safe to assume that both of those superstars could continue to pop up on opposite brands to keep the build going. But a big clean win over Randy Orton is going to be an explosive start for Gunther's World Heavyweight title reign that will really help set the tone for the rest of his reign. So that matchup will be exciting to see again. A split between the New Day has been something that WWE has been teasing and hinting at over the last few weeks on Raw. But every time that narrative heats up, it cools back down again with Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston solving their issues with each other. However, the August 5th edition of Raw just proved that the New Day breakup storyline is being teased harder than ever. During the New Day's matchup with the Final Testament, Odyssey Jones came out running to make the save for the New Day and make his big Raw debut in a major fashion. Kofi was very excited to see Jones in the ring, while Xavier Woods wasn't feeling it that much. We then saw a backstage segment that painted the picture more clearly of what was going on here. Kofi revealed to Xavier that he met Jones at the Performance Center while he was hurt and told Jones that they needed some help. Xavier seemed like he didn't enjoy the fact that Kofi went behind his back to recruit Odyssey Jones' help and didn't give him any heads up about it. And the big issue here is that Kofi Kingston didn't include Xavier Woods in the decision of bringing Odyssey Jones in to help. It basically feels like the narrative that Karrion Kross has been pushing in recent weeks, that Kofi doesn't really respect Xavier Woods. And Kofi is a legendary babyface character that doesn't do any wrong. But this whole act of bringing in Jones without even asking Xavier for his input beforehand was pretty messed up, and not really how you would treat a faction member of 10 plus years. So for Xavier to feel some type of way about this situation is completely understandable. Him and Kofi are supposed to be a team that makes decisions together. Kofi going off and making decisions on his own just makes it seem like everything Kross was saying about Kofi and Xavier were true after all. So it looks like that entire situation will continue to be the main focus in the coming weeks. Jones is now Kofi's main guy. That's probably going to be second in command. So how will Xavier handle that? And who's going to end up turning on who here in this new apparent trio version of the New Day? Paul Heyman is one of the most sought-after managers, advocates, and advisors in WWE. Every superstar, man and woman, would love to have Paul Heyman walking with them to the ring and having their backs. Currently, it seems like Roman Reigns has that honor of having Paul Heyman on his side, but there's already some big young superstars that are lining up for Paul Heyman's services. During a recent interview with Wrestling News Co., Braun Breaker was asked about the idea of being managed by Paul Heyman, and he had this to say, quote, "I think I would love that. I think Paul would love that. We'll just have to see. One day," end quote. WWE has already given fans a little taste of the Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman pairing during a late 2023 episode of NXT, where Heyman did manage Braun for the night. A lot of fans have been wondering what could be next for Heyman following his time with Roman Reigns, and it looks like a pairing with the young breakout star Braun Breaker could be on the table. As far as some mini updates for Roman Reigns goes, it looks like his collaboration with Jordan Brand may see the light of day after all. Jordan Brand and Roman Reigns revealed a whole line of collaboration during WrestleMania 40 weekend. Things like Air Reigns hoodies, sneakers, shirts, boots, and more were all previewed by Roman Reigns during WrestleMania 40 weekend. And fans have been wondering ever since then if these Air Reigns products would be released to the public. There were rumors for a Bloodline-related sneaker coming out for 2024, but that release got cancelled. Now GQ is reporting that the official Roman Reigns Bloodline and Jordan Brand collaboration sneakers are now on pace for an alleged 2025 release. There's still no word on any releases for the rest of the Air Reigns products Roman was wearing during WrestleMania 40 weekend, but it looks like we'll see at least one of the sneakers drop in 2025. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.